Hi guys, hope you all are doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the exact meme coin trading strategy you should be paying attention to in order to stay profitable in the meme coin space. If you want to stay level-headed, you have to pay attention to the strategy I'm going to be walking you guys through. In this particular video, we're going to be paying attention to the trading volume and also the filters, the settings to use in order to stay very profitable trading meme coin. We are going to be paying attention to the trading strategy you should be using as well in order not to end up becoming an exit liquidity for the whales, in order not to end up becoming an exit liquidity for the market makers, the insiders, and the dev. Now pay attention. Before we proceed, my name is Isaac. For those new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon to get notified each time I drop new video like this. Like this video if you haven't already, destroy the like button, smash the like button, share this video with your friends and family. Thank you. So let's proceed. I'm currently on Axiom, and by the way, the link to sign up on Axiom will be available in the description of this video and also in the comment section of this video for those that don't have an account yet. Now this is Axiom, and I'm going to be walking you guys through the exact settings you should follow in order to stay very profitable. You have to pay attention to the trading volume. Trading volume matters a lot, and that's where most people neglect. Most people neglect trading volume and jump into meme coin blindly, following influencers call. Now, it's not bad to follow influencers call, but if you understand the strategies we are going to be talking about in this video, you're going to stay level-headed and not blindly trade and end up losing all your funds over and over again. Now, the first filter we are going to be using, by the time you click on this filter page, it's going to take you to this area. Now, the filter I'm currently using, as you can see, the liquidity here, I have 15,000. Let me cancel it. You can just type in 15,000 as the minimum liquidity here. And then the volume, I still wrote 15,000. So you can still type 15,000 for the volume as the minimum volume for the coin that is going to be filtered out. If you're not applying this filter properly, you are going to end up with a lot of garbage coins, which is likely to run you into losses. Now, the next thing to do, the market cap, the minimum market cap I set here is also 15K. So I'm going with 15K minimum for liquidity, 15K minimum for volume, and also 15K minimum for the market cap. Now, the minimum transaction amount I typed here is 80. Now when you're done with that, you can just hit on the apply all button and everything is going to be filtered for you. I would also advise you stay on the 1 minute. I think with time you can play around, maybe select the 5 minute or go back to the 1 minute, whichever you deem useful to you, you get. But most of the time I prefer to stay on the 1 minute. And as you can see, this is the coins that are currently doing more than 15,000 trading volume. Now this current coin, which is sitting at number 1, this current meme coin is having a market cap of close to $200,000 and the liquidity is $168,000. The trading volume is currently over $100,000. Now if we should enter this meme coin, now if you're paying attention, we have a previous resistance here, you get, which the coin pumped to and then got a massive rejection. Now, if you're looking at the technical standpoint, a lot of people say technical analysis doesn't work on meme coin, but it does if you are doing the right thing and if you know what you're doing. Now, if you paid attention to this previous resistance zone, which the coin pumped to and got a massive rejection, now each time the price drops to that zone, what usually happens, we usually get a bounce to the upside. It dropped to that zone, we got a slight bounce to the upside, a slight pump to the upside, and then came back into that zone, and then we got another bounce to the upside. If you had jumped into this coin early enough, you would have made good profit for yourself. Now let's even check the profit potential you would have made from just this entry alone. From this entry alone, you would have made nothing less than 70% profit. So now we are currently having a dump here. This dump is likely to reverse from this zone we drew. Now, as you guys can see, the reversal is already happening. By the time we successfully break out of this zone, which we are already doing, it's just so easy. As long as you have the technical knowledge, use the right filters, follow the volume. All you have to do is to follow the volume. Now you can as well apply this strategy on desk screener And this is the chart I drew. I'm waiting for this coin to reverse. You understand? I'm already in. So it seems the coin is already losing volume. So if I watch this coin for a while and I notice the volume isn't picking up, I'm likely to like exit my position. I got into this coin when it dipped to this zone, and that is why I drew this projection. So the volume entering, I think volume up and volume are rolling in gradually now, as you guys can see. So sooner or later we're going to pump to the upside and fill this fair value gap we have here. Now you have to pay attention to fair value gap while doing your technical analysis. You see fair value gap, order block, be it bearish or bullish, you have to pay attention to all that. This coin respected the TA. Let's go full screen. It respected the TA. Now when it came to this zone, it got a massive rejection. It like traded back to that resistance zone and got another massive rejection. Now if you had bought into this dip from this order block zone, this entire cluster of candlestick can be regarded as well as order block, you understand, if you know what you're doing. So when it dipped into this zone, if you have the good knowledge of technical analysis, you should have bought into it, you get, and then set your what I normally do is to set my take profit before the exact resistance zone in order to be on the safer side. Now when it got to this previous resistance zone, what happened? It sold to the downside. Now when it eventually flipped that resistance zone into a support, what happened? It pumped to the upside and then got another correction to the downside and then retraced, pumped back from this previous resistance zone. That's why you guys need to pay attention to resistance and support zone. Don't neglect it. Don't overlook it, please. Because technical analysis do work on meme coins. Not all meme coins, but it works on meme coin. And I'm going to be showing you guys the settings I use on this screen as well. Now, when this coin came to this resistance zone, it got a massive push to the upside. It dumped to that zone once again. What happened? We got another massive push. Now, if I had entered this coin, I would have made a couple of profit from this pump alone. So if you know what you're doing and you know how to trade, you should be making quick 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% profit per trade without end up round tripping or losing your capital to the insiders or market makers or devs. You have to like be very smart, please, and also avoid greed. You might have all the knowledge, all the strategy, and still end up messing things up if you don't have your greed in check, if you don't manage your greed. Now, when this coin came to this, let's even open the wider screen. When this coin came to this support zone, what happened? It got a massive bounce. This candle right here can be regarded as a resistance zone. So when the price finally broke above this resistance zone, which I just showed you guys on the other coins, now it pumped massively to the upside and then came back down, flipped that resistance zone into a support. As you can see, this was a clean pump to the upside. Now, for you to stay level-headed, I'm going to show you guys the settings I use on this screener. For you to stay level-headed, you have to like pay attention to the coins with the most volume. Coins with higher volume, and that's where the settings, the filters I use on this screener comes into play. Now, this is a 97% pump. When it dipped back into that previous resistance zone, flipped into a support, what happened? We got another pump. It dipped back. We got another pump, a massive run up to the upside as well. And then when we finally flipped this, what was it called? Breaker block here into a support, what happened? We pumped to the upside. We came back, retested it, pumped to the upside, retested it, pumped to the upside. So you have to pay attention to every signal showing on the chart in order to stay profitable. The link to our Telegram channel will be in the description of this video. I'll be dropping setup in the group from time to time. And also, if you really want to stay very profitable with meme coin trading, you can chat me up on WhatsApp to gain access to our meme coin trading course. If you should pay attention to the filters I used on this screener, just click on this filter. By the time you click on this filter, it's going to take you to this page. The next thing to do is to type in the minimum liquidity you want to get. You can just type, let's just type 20,000, and then minimum market cap, let's just say 100,000, and then minimum fully diluted market cap or valuation, let's just type $100,000 still. Now each pair, I would advise you go with 1 hour to whatever each pair. So do not include anything in the maximum each pair. Just leave it at 1 hour minimum. Now the 24-hour transaction, you can just maybe type, let's just go with 20,000 still. And then the volume, 24-hour trading volume, we can go with 20,000, or let's just put 30. I think 30,000 is better. 30,000. Now the next thing to do is to hit on the apply button you get to proceed with your filter. Now we just successfully filtered out the trash. Now this 99 was the meme coin we talked about earlier, and the meme coin is doing quite well. If you should head back, the next meme coin on the list should be doing quite well as well. The next meme coin on the list has presented a buy opportunity. You understand? So it just dipped into this resistance zone and also dipped into this support zone. So if you ask me, this is a good entry opportunity. As you can see, the green candle is already forming. Those who know what's up are already jumping on the coin. So sooner or later, this coin is going to pump. You get now the resistance zone for this coin. The reversal zone for this coin is between 0.001874 and also 0.001482. So any buy around this zone is a good entry you get. And if this coin should start pumping back to the upside, let's assume you entered here, you should be setting your take profit at this resistance zone. Now, you should always pay attention to the closest resistance zone if you want to play safe. Resistance area should be your take profit area in order to be on a safer side. Don't just blindly set your take profit area. You have to manage your greed, otherwise you end up round tripping your capital, round tripping your profit. As you guys can see, we are already getting the pump I predicted. Remember, I told you guys any buy that happens between 0.001874 and also 0.001482 is a good entry zone. Now, if you had bought into it when this price dipped sharply to this resistance zone right here and also this resistance zone, you would have been in profit by now. And sooner or later, as long as the volume continues, this project should pump to this resistance area around 0.00268, which is going to be a 62% profit. We are almost half the journey already. As always, my name is Isaac. Peace out.